Welcome back to Mac Farms. So, jumping on here real quick, we're going to harvest our sweet potatoes. This is only my second year growing them. The first year, it was a modest harvest. Um, Apparently, the secret to growing crazy amount of sweet potatoes is just go on vacation over the summer, and by the time you get back, the vines will have taken over your entire garden. So, good and bad. Good in the sense that I will have plenty of sweet potatoes for sure. Bad, it's everywhere. So I've actually managed to push some of it back because I needed to bring my lawnmower through this path in order to get it out to cut the grass. And so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go through. I grow the sweet potatoes. You can't even see it in these like 5-gallon pots. These just cheap plastic ones left over from trees that I've purchased. So they work good. And then the vines have just literally gone everywhere. So we're actually going to harvest two things. We're going to harvest the greens. So the leaves from sweet potatoes are actually edible. So we're going to harvest a bunch of that for dinner tonight. Saute it with some garlic, onions, a little apple cider vinegar, some chili pepper flakes, and then that'll be good with our dinner tonight. And then we're gonna harvest the sweet potatoes that are down in here. So, I mean, they're just everywhere. So, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this, and when we get done, I'll jump back on here and I'll show you what we got. As far as the amount of sweet potatoes I got. So we're back. So far we've gone through two of these right here, this size, empty them out and harvesting sweet potatoes. So far we have 38 pounds, which I don't think is too bad for considering the fact that we're just growing them in these, I don't know, 15-20 gallon size container. We're gonna empty this one out. So to make life easier, what I've been doing is just cutting everything away. Because if not, it just it's so tangled up in these vines. We're gonna dump this out. We're gonna see what we got, and then we have just this little bit left to kind of slowly go through and see what we got as far as sweet potatoes. Let's see if we can grab this. You know, it's kind of crazy when you got roots that are this long, this thick. So that's just an idea of what was in that container, right? Whew. Wind blew dirt in my face. I'll have to finish going through that and then finish pulling up all these vines. In the past, they haven't gone quite that crazy, but the harvests also haven't been as big. So these work really well for sweet potatoes. I try to grow it in stuff like this to just try to control it a little bit more. Didn't work out this year, but I think in the future I'm going to kind of grow them in a section a little bit further away from my main raised beds. That way I can let it spill over. If it wants to kind of ramble through the ground, it can. We'll dig up all the tubers. That way we can kind of see what kind of harvest we get. I may actually do more than just kind of 3. I've technically got 4. I've got one that got started a little bit later than these 3. So I'm still letting that one go. But I think I may try to even increase it to like maybe even 5 of those. Just because once these cure, right? Once these cure, which takes about 2 weeks, you know, I just wipe them off, sit them on a wire rack, let them basically dry. I do have fans kind of running just to kind of, you know, keep the air moving, right? Once they cure and that, you know, that sugar, the starch turns into sugar, they taste better, the skin gets harder, and they'll store for a long time. Didn't mean to do that. At any rate, they'll store for a long time. Now, a bunch of these are going to be for Thanksgiving, which is perfect timing, honestly. But the rest, they'll store for a long time. I'm trying to increase the amount of food that I'm storing through crops that last longer, practicing, trying to kind of get the succession planting down a little bit better. Really, I enjoy eating food that's out of the garden. The taste is better, the quality's better, nutrition's better, and B, you know, I want to be less reliable on grocery stores and everything else that seems to be affected by, you know, politics or environment or so it's all about just quality of life, really, which is why I started the garden in the first place. So we're gonna finish. I'm gonna go through, pull this out. I'm hoping maybe by the time it's all said and done, 50 to 75 pounds. We'll see. But thanks for watching and stay tuned.